G'day everyone and welcome back to episode 13 of the Glass Cage podcast. I'm JH.
And I'm George.
And
I just about completely forgot what we were doing.
it's a Sunday afternoon, that's forgivable.
Yeah. Well, it's been a very hot Sunday.
It is. It's turning the crops off, which look, rain isn't going to do anything from now, is it? So
yeah, no, make a decision, Mother Nature.
Yeah. We'll take the heat.
Yeah, we'll probably get 20 mils in a week.
Well, that's normally how harvest goes.
Yeah. The old Esperance equaliser.
Oh, yeah. Nah, so that's what happens. So what are we talking about today?
Opportunities.
Yep.
That's a pretty broad catch-all phrase, isn't it? Saying, we're talking about opportunities.
So we'll talk, all things of land and machinery
things
and stuff,
like different opportunities that we've come across and have come across us.
But we won't talk probably like getting into the ag sort of world because we don't really have that knowledge and experience.
Yeah, we've got someone in mind who could come and talk to.
Yeah.
Be really quite good. But we'll save that for a little bit later.
Yeah. We'll talk all that then. So as always, we're not professionals. We're just two guys with a couple beers and a microphone. So
yeah. Don't attempt this at home.
don't expect great things.
Yeah.
But we hope you're enjoying in your glass cage. How's harvest going?
Yeah. Engage with us on the socials.
Yeah, let us know. Social.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it comes out on YouTube, but most people are listening. So on Spotify or something like that. So
Yep.
Head to Instagram. Let us know.
Yep. Drop us a text message if you know us personally. I did have one the other night, but I was a couple beers in and I thought, I don't actually recognise that phone number.
Anyway, all right, well, let's get into it. So let's talk land. You guys have had the opportunity to buy and also lease some land. So.
Yeah. So buying turnkey land can be quite expensive and very competitive. Well, I guess it's all over. There's no little gems left out there.
No. There's expensive gems.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and they're polishing up really well.
Yeah.
But so we took on a tree plantation, a blue gum plantation. Was basically that whole scheme had failed, so they were sold. We were pretty late to the party, I guess. We were one of the last ones to sort of pick up a piece of land with trees in it.
Yep.
And part of that was taking that tree plantation and then clearing it and getting it into production.
Yep.
So our focus at the time was to get it into cropping production as fast as possible.
Yep.
It's now our livestock block, but this was purchased before we had a station and the ability to put livestock on there.
Yes, yeah. Well, I suppose your guys' idea at the time was spreading your risk.
Yeah. Get three parcels of rainfall. If it's dry at Cascade, it'd be okay here at Mungie, and then at Coolmbidge it'd probably be
Mungie. East
Munglen up.
At best.
I go off what's on the license. Street address.
But you've also got another lease in Mungie.
Yes, that one is in Mungie. It's still east of Munglen up.
Yeah. So you're splitting that with another farmer.
Yep. So same sort of thing. Had a look and it was getting a bit late on for in the season, leading up to seeding.
Yep.
And we decided that us and one of the other guys would split that lease in half, and we'd take on another 800 hectares.
Yep.
It was quite fortunate that came up for lease. So taking that leasing and buying, we've done both. We haven't bought any turnkey
ready to go
cropping land.
Yep.
Would love to.
I think everyone would love to.
Yeah, but it's getting very expensive.
Yeah, yeah. So, well, you guys also then bought leased, I guess, the station.
Yeah, purchase the lease.
Yeah. So,
However that works. So
yeah, yeah,
yeah, so we've got we purchased the cattle that were on the station because you've got to have you've got certain requirements for your lease.
yeah,
So you purchase the cattle on the station.
yeah. Okay.
It's a funny system.
Yep.
But yeah, so we've got the station as well. That was another acquisition.
Yeah, yeah. So we haven't done any. We haven't grabbed any opportunities. There has been the chances, but we just didn't go for them.
Yep.
So yeah, we've stayed at our 4,500 hectares. Haven't expanded. Haven't leased. There isn't much or any lease country around us anyway.
Yeah.
And there was the opportunity to buy, but it was a bit of a. We weren't really sure if he was actually, serious to selling or not.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until 5 or 6 years later when he actually sold. So
Yeah.
so at the moment for us, the opportunity for land I think is gone.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing big kilometres like you guys, but I'm honestly not prepared to do that.
Yeah.
Our farming system, I think, there's no spread of risk, but our farming system I think works where home at the end of the day. We're not doing big Ks. We're not taking massive, machinery all the way down the roads, and
Yeah.
that's probably a bit of a cop out. But there's
Well, there's reasons for and against a lot of things, and assessing
is,
each
yeah.
opportunity as it comes up.
yeah.
It's-
So for us, there could be the opportunity to, I'd assume, lease later on if one of the neighbours might
yeah.
turn to leasing instead of selling.
Yep.
But for me personally, I'd only want to get maybe another 1,000 hectares. Just
Yep.
get us up to that 5.5. I think would be, that would sit us nice and pretty. I don't want to get too big. I don't have the desire to be one of those farmers that ends up with millions of hectares. I don't get the desire of that. There's guys around who love it. They
Yeah.
thrive off it. You
Yep.
know, having all that staff, all that land. I'd like to go to the beach when I can. Come harvest when I'm finished and
Yeah.
all that. So for us, opportunity wise, that's probably not there. So we'd probably look in the other direction of off farm.
Yes.
And,
Yep.
Yeah, maybe look towards real estate, whether that be houses or
A little bit of commercial stuff.
a little bit of
also.
commercial. Could
Yep.
be restaurants or something like that. So that's probably where our mind is at the moment.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
that's obviously if that opportunity came up. But,
Yep.
Yeah. So that's sort of
It's based around, like you said, we do lots of kilometres. So for us, when we look at an opportunity, we're like, well, we're already travelling.
yeah.
So
So it does,
anything
yeah.
that's between the two blocks or anything that's maybe a little bit further away.
What's it matter?
You just go, well, we're already travelling anyway, so we'll just go for it. But your system built around being in the one location and the efficiencies driven from that,
Yeah.
it'd be a very big decision to go, right, well, we're actually going to start up and moving 50 kilometres
Yeah.
to chase after this other thing that are answers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's where you sit down and, it's got to pass the sleep test.
Oh yeah.
When you're thinking about
Yeah,
these
yeah.
things, you go, all right, okay, are we prepared to add an extra labour unit into the whole system, travel 50 kilometres for seeding, for harvest, for
Yeah.
spraying?
Yeah.
Are we able to manage that with our current equipment?
Yep.
And
No.
that's well,
Yeah.
that's it. Like, can we physically move this stuff down there to put that in, and then get it off?
Yeah. No. So I mean, that's where we're at. But yeah.
Yeah.
So the next sort of one, study. Now the obvious one on that would be uni or TAFE.
Yeah, yep. Take the so the younger guys who are finishing off school or getting close to finishing school,
Yeah.
looking at the opportunities there for whether you go for any sort of tertiary education, so formalise it through university or through certificates at TAFE.
Or do half of it and then drop out.
Have a dabble, have a
Yeah.
go. But that's
You're there for the networking anyway.
yeah. Go and see if you if there's an opportunity, if you've got yourself into a position through schooling and you have the opportunity to go and travel and study.
Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah.
go, I know, like I would have loved to have gone on exchange to the US or somewhere.
Yeah.
Like if there was just
Yeah.
more time and that's the sort of thing that, the younger people coming through can go like assess what do they want to go and study, where do they want to go and study, and then at the tail end, what's that going to open them up to?
Yeah, I mean, even doing a trade, going and doing a mechanic is very transferable back into, coming back to the farm.
Everything is.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a day that goes by that you don't go, man, I wish that we had a Sparky on the farm. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know that there's a couple Sparkies around.
Yeah.
And you put up a new shed, and what do you know? Oh, well, you've got all the know-how, and you've got the trade and the tools and
Yeah, just
everything.
saved yourself 20 grand.
Yep, yeah. Or building, workers' accommodation. It's like, well, shortcut. We've got the builders there.
Yeah.
They're into
yeah.
it. Just yesterday I had a phone call. Oh, got to do some stuff around the house. You don't know anything about plumbing, do you? It's like, no, I don't. But that'd be
I do, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not qualified, or
well,
I know a little bit about plumbing.
Yeah.
we've plumbed up a whole septic system before, but it doesn't mean it's
as long as it
the right
runs
way.
downhill, right? That's it.
Oh, you want to have a speed bump just so it's got some excitement.
But that's the thing. Like, assess all of the what do you want to go and study? What do you want to go and do as far as a trade, or and what opportunities are going to come up afterwards? Often it's four brothers and three sisters back on the farm, and they're going, right, well, you've got to go and get a trade, and you've got to go and make a go of it.
Yeah, yeah.
But like you said, it's all transferable back into the farm.
Yeah.
So-
yeah. No, there's always something back on the farm that would benefit from a trade.
Yeah.
So-
I'm not sure about like gender studies, but
Okay, let's just
at uni.
So the next one is study tours.
Yeah.
Jesus, man. So study tours is a big opportunity. Getting out of your local area and going and seeing something else.
Yeah.
is huge.
Yeah.
We did it back in 2014, and then when we got back, that's when I just said to Dad, "We're going controlled traffic.
Yeah.
We've got to do it.
Yeah.
It's the way to go." And I wouldn't have. I was quite against controlled traffic early on. How are you going to go around the rock pile the same way, mate? So what? So the header's not Chaser's always got to stay in the same spot. It's never allowed to go across. It never worked, mate.
Yeah.
But
Go and see.
go and see it in action, see it work, and see the results.
Yeah. Yeah. Go and see some different things. Being able to go away and like on a formal study tour.
Yeah.
Is really good. But any opportunity to go travel and go and see something different, that's
Then your own little backyard.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah. Definitely.
Can be daunting. Maybe you're a little social anxiety or something like that. So it can be a bit hard, but definitely encourage people to go and do it. If the opportunity arises to go to, over.
South America.
Yeah. I was going to say more local, but sure, South America.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's
Going up to the Ord, or going across to the South Australia and in their growing region. I'll get my words right in a sec.
Yeah.
They're fairly similar to us, so that's very transferable back to here, and even going over to Victoria like we did. It's
there's always something to learn.
Always something to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no one's got it right. Like, no one's got it 100% right, but you can just go and take little bits and pieces, go and talk to people.
Yeah.
See what little bits and pieces will transfer through.
Yeah.
If the opportunity comes up to go away on international ones, definitely take them up.
Yeah.
Easier when you're younger.
Yeah.
And go on. Don't be afraid to be the one who goes and asks the dumb question. Like,
other people definitely think it.
Yeah. If you're sitting there in a tour group and you think, why are you doing this or that? Guaranteed, there's other people sitting there asking the same thing.
Yeah.
But they might not vocalise it. So
No.
Yeah. No, study tours, university, TAFE, trades. Just take the time while you're in your glass cage. If you're maybe back on school holidays, think about
The future.
Think about the future. What opportunities do you want to open up for yourself?
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself, and what do you want to have a crack at?
Yeah, yeah. And even more local for study is something like field walks.
Oh, and the groups like
Yeah.
Sepwa down here, Wantfa. So
Pace.
all these Wantfa, Sepwa, Pace. It's
Yeah.
like
Acronyms.
Southeast Premium Wheat Growers Association, West Australian No Till Association, Farmers Association.
I don't know what pace stands for. Pulses.
Yeah, something.
I don't know.
Pulses are
A-sheep.
credible.
Yeah, you got
crops.
the A-sheep guys down
Yeah.
here as well. So
Yeah.
the livestock side.
Yeah.
You will always learn something on a study tour.
Yeah, and field days.
The field day, sorry.
Yeah.
Even if it's, what your mate did on the weekend, it's also good for men's health going and just catching up and
Yeah.
doing that. Even if it's just a bunch of you going on a crop tour.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just get together and go and have a look at something else.
Yeah, so something like you guys grow a lot of hybrid canolas and you come down. It's hang on, that might actually have a spot in my system. Like,
Yep.
maybe I'll give that a go. Or
Yeah. See what's working, what's not.
at the wind up the other day, hockey wind up, we were talking about like an adjuvant chemical. Can't even remember what it's called now, but it's very expensive.
Yes.
A couple of the guys were using it, and then
Yep.
it's like, well, hang on, that actually has a spot.
Yeah.
It's all relative.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's it. Go and talk to just outside of your own business, and go and get out there.
yeah,
It's
yep.
all always good.
Yeah. So the next one, the big one.
Yeah, well, I guess it ties into land, and like you were saying about, do we have the machinery to gear up and move and go and do stuff?
Yeah.
But opportunities when it comes to machinery.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, now sometimes you can get it right and say jag it on the interest rates and things like that.
Yeah,
You
rather
know,
be lucky than good.
Yeah. Like myself, I got the headers just before everything went stupid high in price.
Yeah,
So that was a good opportunity, but it had nothing. It was all luck, obviously. But
yeah.
the reason I went to change headers over was because we had a plan.
Yes, yeah.
So we set out early on, and we have a machinery plan that we go by. Now,
Yeah.
it's not Bible. It's like, okay, can we afford it this year, or maybe work that in the budget for next year?
Yeah.
But we have an idea. So the headers will last 7 years.
Yeah.
The seeder will last 7 to 8 years. The boom sprays maybe 4 to 5. The loader has been on there for a while, keeps getting pushed back.
Yeah.
But we've got that plan of.
Yeah.
And, we've got our repayment schedule. So you're like, okay, it's coming up.
Yeah.
2 years, I need to start looking for... I'm already looking for a seeder, and I'm looking at for 25. I'm not looking for 24.
Yes, yeah. But if something does come up, like say salesman comes out and says, hey, we've got these two machines, like
it could be, say, two 40 foots instead of 180 foot.
Yeah, yep. Or we've got these two machines coming up, and this is the price. This is it. They've come in. It was a cancelled order. Whether you can take that opportunity or go and assess it.
Yeah.
And look and go, okay, yes, that does. It's only a bargain if you need it. That's saying, like, you don't go and.
Yeah.
What's the current thing? Girl maths, where
Girl math, yeah.
yeah. If you come back in and you go, I got two 40-foot seaters and I'm making money. But it's go and assess those opportunities if they come up or when they come up.
Yeah.
And that's,
yeah.
But you've got your plan in place, and you're constantly assessing. Like you said, you're looking. So any time in that next 2 years, if the opportunity arises to pick up the correct piece of machinery, you're positioned to take that and go.
Is good,
Yeah.
Because we're already in that mindset of it's coming up. Like,
Start assessing everything and look at every opportunity that comes up, assess it fully, and then make the decision.
And as I always say, if it's selling a car or selling a header, it's like, doesn't matter if it's this year. I'll say it another way. So this year is the best price we're ever going to get for this header.
Yeah.
Next year it's going to go down.
Yeah.
So, we've got to do it this year.
Yeah. Maybe not in the last couple, but
but that's always my my little thing. But
I always think of it like the Harvey Norman catalogue. When you go and buy a TV, you don't go looking through the catalogue the next week.
No.
You see it on sale.
It's
It's like once you've assessed it, you've made sure that it's right for your business, for your decision making so far.
Yeah.
Grab the catalogue, throw it in the bin, don't look.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
Now, the where machinery can be a really good opportunity is if you're an early adapter in something.
yeah. We're seeing that starting to rise now with we've spoken about Swarm Farm and the robots,
Yeah,
um,
cameras.
cameras and spot spraying
Yeah,
systems.
people who
Um,
have early adopted have done well.
yeah, so there's always that risk. You've got everyone sort of if you've gone through the charts of being the early adopter, the leading
Yeah,
edge, bleeding edge,
yeah, yep,
and then all the way down to the laggards.
yep.
One of the benefits of being an early adopter is that you get that couple of years in front head start.
You do, yeah,
You might get into something, and it might be a fair bit more work for you to manage and to try and iron out all the creases that come
Yep.
with new machinery and new technology. But if you take that opportunity early and you get 2 years in front on a key piece of technology, it can set you in really good stead.
yeah, yeah. No, it's definitely things like Swarm Farm. I think people who have got that early, they're getting their head around it early.
Yes.
They're already in the mindset of it's out there. How can I get another one? How could I do something? What else could I get
Yep.
to improve my efficiency? Whereas us, it's like, it's another piece of equipment I've got to buy. I've got to get the boom spray, or I've got to get the a ripper, or I've got to get the spreader, or
Yep.
if you're going for that
Agate seed.
that's
Yeah. Yeah.
early adopters, it can bite you, but
Yeah.
it's also it can also do very well.
Yeah.
So-
And someone's got to be rewarded for taking that risk to get
Yeah.
in there early and do it. And that's that couple of year head start on the tech.
Yeah,
Which it's an exciting thing to be able to be that person,
yes,
but
yep.
pretty scary. You can burn a lot of cash.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, they got big balls. So
Yeah.
all right, so let's go on to our next one, livestock.
Yep. Yeah. So this, I guess, whack this up because it stems from. I'll talk on it briefly. That the people that want to start into get a start into ag or into owning land.
It's
or
probably
doing
a
stuff,
good starting point.
It's a very good starting point.
Yeah,
I know the market is way down at the moment.
good time to buy sheep.
Good time to buy sheep. It's a good time to get in. If you want to get a big herd, get into it. So go. It's how all of this land had been brought into production,
Yes,
and it's
yeah.
how I wish we had done the tree block, because that's how the guys who have done it and got their land really pumping.
Yeah, okay.
Was put it into pasture, couple of years of sheep, managed really well, and managed to actually get the land into shape really well.
Yep.
It makes sense because it's what all of our land here was. It was all sheep.
It was, yeah.
Pasture bases first.
Yep.
And then get into the cropping.
Yep.
It's a good way that if the prices are down and you've got land that you can maybe lease that's not suitable to cropping.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
get a
I mean, you
lease.
could always, throw livestock out on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Manage
100%.
them well and go for it.
Yeah. So there's also breeding as well. Is a good opportunity for livestock.
Yeah. So if you don't have thousands and thousands of hectares, but you are very keen and good at breeding,
Yeah.
going down the
stud line.
the stud line,
Yeah.
that can be a way of turning 1 hectare into 10.
Yes.
It's that multiplier effect.
Yep.
So just seeing, same as the education side, go and see what you want to do, what your passions are.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I mean, if you want to.
If you want to go balls to the wall for chasing sheep stud stuff, then then go for it. Like if there's an opportunity there, take it and go. It can be a very good way to start off from a smaller amount of land.
Yeah.
And then move out.
Yep.
It just depends on what your passions are. But that's the station for us was a way of we want to get into livestock. We want to get into cattle. How do we get into cattle? Cheapest way to get them is from a station. cheapest way to buy them from a station is to buy the station and breed them yourself. So it's just that thought process. It was how do we get into livestock to answer this question?
Yeah, you saw where you wanted to go, and then you got the opportunity of the station, so you took it, and then
So no, livestock is it's down at the moment. I'm really hoping that by the time this is being listened to in a glass cage, it's way back up.
Yeah,
because it's
100%.
It is absolutely atrocious at the moment. What's been going on with the sheep, and our heads aren't in the sand when it comes to we're cattle farmers. It's never going to happen to cattle. It will.
Yeah,
like it's what happens to sheep happens to cattle. It's the nature of livestock.
Yeah,
but there's opportunities out there.
There is. So let's get on to our last one. Lifestyle and work and life balance.
Yeah.
So I guess where's the opportunity there? I suppose it's maybe taking the opportunity to go to your kids' cricket game or a birthday party instead of doing another tank of spray.
Yeah, or the other side of like we live at work. We're not travelling an hour into the CBD.
Yeah.
We've got the opportunity to have the kids come out to the farm or out into the paddock.
Yeah.
Come and see you.
Yeah.
That sort of you're able to make it more of a lifestyle if you choose.
Yes. Now this isn't going to go into opportunity, but I think a lot of farmers, I think they're definitely getting, the younger generation's getting better at it. But the younger generations are also seeing that, well, Dad never came to my sporting event. Dad never came to my school play.
Yeah.
Dad wasn't there. Dad was always farming. We used to, go out there and just see him, and then, that was it.
Yeah.
So I think the younger guys are getting better, but they're also getting that, no, Dad, I've got to stay out there. I've got to stay out there. But my dad's been very good at, no, it's 5 o'clock, go home.
Yeah. Go and see family.
Go see family.
Yeah.
Especially when my family was very little. Then same with when it came to, so my eldest daughter's birthday is beginning in December.
Yeah.
Now, obviously that's going to hit harvest a few times. Now, in the whole time she's been alive, the last year was the first time we went through harvesting her birthday.
Yeah.
And we throw a birthday party like every couple of years.
Yeah.
It gets too much if you're throwing a birthday party every year, but
you can't have one every year.
You can't do it every year, child.
So there's still a bit of that old school in you.
But I said, Dad, are you coming? Daddy, are you coming? Are you coming? I was like, look, no, I've got to keep harvesting.
Yeah.
And then on the day, they had gone to town because it was in town. So there was a beach party or whatever. And I said to Dad, it was about an hour into work, and I said, Dad, I'm going to go to the party. You know, what's I was on the ground anyway, but it's like the truck can load himself. You guys are right. I'm going to take 4 hours off. Off I go.
Yeah.
They're going to remember me coming to the birthday party.
Yeah.
Instead of I'm just so glad Dad got those extra couple hectares done or that extra truck loaded.
Yeah.
Now that's not opportunity, but I do want to touch on that maybe farmers, especially with a young family, that paddock can wait.
Yeah.
Go and just if you're now harvest is different, but if it's their birthday party or if they just want to have Dad home early that night to build them Legos or watch a movie, take that opportunity.
Make it happen.
If I can just say one thing like that, it is so crucial.
Yeah. Well, that's like I guess like you guys are building a house.
We are. Yep.
So you're moving closer to the school, closer to the front, like
bitumen frontage.
It's all
back in my dad's day. That was never a thing.
So that's it. But have a go and get it. We've got the ability now to, and a lot of people have. Been working pretty hard, build a house. It's still it's at work. You're surrounded by work.
Yeah.
But you can
may as well, come home to a nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm already coming home to a nice house, but a nicer house.
Yeah, enjoy it a little bit.
Oh well, shall we leave it there?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think everyone who's getting around in the glass cage can possibly drop through where they've taken opportunities,
Yeah.
maybe where they've let them go, where that's been a good thing or a bad thing, because how that how that decision making process plays out is also important to
Yeah, I mean,
look back on that.
well, one opportunity both of I missed out on was going and doing the harvest tour.
Yeah,
You know, and that was, that comes back to the study tours. Like that is something that we
yeah,
probably
yeah.
should have made time for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
would love to have done it, but so that's the thing. Yeah, if reflect on your decisions,
Yeah.
think about the opportunities gone,
Yep.
and then the ones to come.
No, that sounds like a good place to end it. So we'll catch you in the next one.
See ya.